Hello everyone, this is Isabel. I'm at Submarine Networks World 2025 in Singapore. And today I'm joined by Martin Reilly from Ciena International. Martin, welcome to my hot seat.
Thank you, Isabel. It's great to be here. Pleasure. Thank you.
So I think there's a lot of change going on in the industry at the moment in the subsea world. What do you think is the biggest trend?
As we see, a lot of the older cables are starting to kind of run out of capacity, then more and more investment is needed now to build newer cables. And we're also seeing the fact that with our newest technology, with our WaveLogic 6 technology, these guys are able to push a lot more capacity down, the same fiber as they have previously. We're able to shoot that capacity over longer distances. And we're also saving them a lot of space and power in the data centers as well with our newest technology. So we continue to invest on that side of the business. It's very important for us to sit with the hyperscalers and with the service providers and understand, well, what do you guys need from us? Where do we need to be in order to drive your business forward with scale?
Why is subsea so important to the future of AI?
Look, I guess in the same way that it's critically important to cloud regions, it's going to be just equally as important for AI. I mean, with AI, what we're seeing are massive levels of investment in land, data centers, power. And the same will be said of the network, okay? Because, you can't make those investments on, land and land acquisitions and on data centers if you cannot connect these data centers. And you know, most you have to connect these with submarine networks, right? And people think that satellites are very important. Yes, they are, but people don't realize there are more than 200 submarine cables in the water today, with possibly another 50 to 70 in planning, right? So, these are going to be so important to the evolution of AI, and the scale that we're seeing with AI is now driving more and more submarine cable investments, more fiber pairs, more equipment to drive the technology. So yeah, it's really important.
Okay. On another topic, we hear a lot about muffins now in the industry. For people watching us today that don't know what it's all about, maybe you can explain what it's all about and what role it plays in the subsea world?
Sure. So MOFN sometimes is talked about as a new concept. It stands for Managed Optical Fiber Networks, but it's been around for more than 10 years now. So back in the day when the hyperscalers were starting to really build data centers in North America, for example, they were finding that they wanted to build their own networks, connect up these metro data centers, these cloud regions. But when they wanted to go to, say, a service provider and have the service provider provide this service to them, that they were struggling a little bit to kind of standardize that particular solution. They wanted it to look almost like it's their own network, as though they were building it themselves. And for all intents and purposes, it looks like it is their own network. It's albeit that it's a different commercial model. So in the muffin world, it works really well because it's a three-way transaction between Ciena, the carrier, service provider, and the hyperscaler. Very, very transparent model where they can work on a commercial model for the fiber, but then the equipment comes into that model, and we share the cost of that model with both service provider and hyperscaler. In this situation, it's a very transparent partner model where the service provider stays relevant, but the hyperscaler also gets a model that looks like they're managing their own network, and it's a win-win for everybody. Really, it works really, really well.
Okay, very interesting.
Yeah.
So I like hot gossip. Do you have any hot gossip you can share with me about Sienna?
I think one of the things that people maybe haven't noticed about us recently is that we're now showing up in the Magic Quadrant, right? Up in that sort of upper angle, where we're very important to, as you mentioned, the evolution of AI. And some of our biggest customers, and even some of the, as we call them, the baby scalers of the world, the next wave of AI companies are coming along and are using our technology because what we've done is we've invested so much money over the last number of years in coming up with technology that's critically important to AI and how that's going to move forward. And we believe that we're in the right place right now to help them in that next wave. Yeah, purely because we've invested in the technology, and I think we've got the best technology out there today.
Super interesting interview, by the way, Martin. And you've given me a new buzzword, baby scalers.
Baby scalers.
I'm going to remember that one. Thank you for a great interview.
Thank you very much, Isabel. It was a pleasure.
Everyone, thank you for watching, and until my next hot shot.